This week's tip is about servant leadership, which you've probably read about in the last few years, but I'm a big believer in this. Look, traditional leadership was all about control and authority and telling people what to do. But as we've talked about in many of my videos, projects are way more complex. They require matrixed organizations that you don't have people reporting to you. So they require way more collaboration, trust, and adaptability. And therefore, as PMs, we have to empower people and because we actually don't have control over them. So servant leadership is about shifting from managing tasks and people to supporting the people who do the work. And I've mentioned this a few times in my videos that I view the project as sort of an upside down pyramid, that I work for the team, and my job, as you can see in the picture, is to sort of run ahead of them in the road and make sure that the obstacles are clear so that they can keep progressing, right? And PMs are, it's meant to say, uniquely positioned in that model because we're at the center and we facilitate the work and we need to get things done. And that's why I talk about a people first approach to project success. And so servant leadership means a couple of things. It's prioritizing the growth, well-being, and success of the team members. So actually, caring about the team members who are working on the team, focusing on enabling them to perform at their best. As I mentioned, they're the ones that do the work on the projects. So we need them to be successful in order for us to be successful. And the authority comes from the trust and the credibility and the rapport, not from hierarchy, because it's highly likely that nobody on the project reports to us as PMs. So therefore, it's leadership through empathy, listening, and stewardship. Uh, being genuine as yourself, and our role is to act as a coach and mentor and advocate for them, because the success can be measured by team development and project outcomes. And I really believe that the success of project outcomes is directly tied to how well we manage the team and motivate the team to be successful, because most work on projects is done by resources. So why does it matter? I talked about building the stronger trust. It increases team engagement and motivation because people will want to work for somebody who they believe is genuine and who cares about them and wants to see them succeed, especially in a scenario where most resources probably have other priorities. And it's human nature to think, well, who would I want to work for? The person who genuinely cares about me and I have a good relationship with, or the person who just treats me like I work for them? And so, whether conscious or not, people will genuinely want to work for people that they believe care for them. It also reduces turnover and burnout because, again, people want to stay in those kinds of relationships. The empowerment encourages innovation. So if they're not stifled, people will talk up more. People will be creative because they won't fear sort of retribution or punishment for going out of line, which also improves collaboration. It aligns the personal growth with the project's success. Again, as I mentioned, the team members are the ones who drive the work and make them successful, and it really creates a sustainable culture beyond just the project and for future projects. So, how can we practice servant leadership? I really think it's a mindset shift, and as I mentioned, it's thinking about the team in the exact opposite way of an org structure, which is, we work for the team, and the question is, what do we need to do to enable the team to be successful to get their work done. And it really is a mindset shift and thinking about it differently. And that includes things like actively listening to their concerns, removing obstacles, as you can see in the picture here, so that they can focus on continuing walking and their value added work. It's sharing credit for success, but taking responsibilities for failure, encouraging autonomy, communicating with them transparently and openly. Again, I really believe that people can tell when somebody's genuine or not, which gets to the last piece, which is modeling those behaviors: humility, empathy, integrity, because people are watching. And when you model those things, you're going to get better outcomes from your team members. So, look, in summary, the project demands right now, because of how projects are structured, because of not having formal authority, it demands people center leadership. We can't be successful without it. If you're a PM and you think it's about you, you probably won't be successful in the long run, because servant leadership means empowering others before yourself. I talked about all the benefits of the model. I talked about the mindset shift and shifting more towards support. We will succeed not by controlling, but by enabling others to survive and thrive. So it transforms us from managers into catalysts for collective success. So, from that perspective, as the servant of you watching my videos, let me know how I can help you, and hopefully this was helpful for you. Thank you.